versus Sony, or do you think that's saved for the publisher side of things?
I'll get that probably back to EA to debate what they're going to do with that, unless there's some sort of exclusive rights to
Content or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think Microsoft's quite close with EA, so
I could see Microsoft teasing Mass Effect 4, whatever the new Mass Effect is.
I think they're going to stay away from that for now.
Do you?
I think they're going to concentrate on Dragon Age. Yeah, they can't say, "Here's a Bioware game," and then here's another one. It's just like,
well, I could see Microsoft showing it as like a future thing, and then EA being like, "But this year you get to play Dragon Age," and not doing gameplay or anything, just like a logo, pan out of Earth,
like
and
then just the ship.
Right, aliens in the N7 armor or whatever. That game's interesting because I don't know what it's going to be. It seems like each game in the franchise changed quite a bit mechanically, and now...
What's that, sorry? Is this... We're talking
Mass Effect, yeah. Yep. Just how different 1 is from 2, and then even 3 has some differences from 2, and just where they go with things, knowing that the Shepard era is over. I could also see a Mass Effect trilogy remake for next gen. There was a listing for that. I'm not sure if it was a Spanish retailer or it was a South American retailer, but that there was a Mass Effect trilogy for Xbox One and PlayStation 4, which could be cool as well.
Depends on what they do with it. If they really spend time on it, then I'm up for that. But they're just like, oh, here's a slight upgraded res texture on something, and it's just like, yeah, great. Cheers for that. I don't want to keep seeing these remakes though. I think
we're gonna get a lot of them. For better or worse, I think we are, because here's the thought process to me. If you're going to make a big game, it's got to be cross-gen right now because it's so much money, and you're going to do the cross-gen thing. The spare few who are doing next-gen only, Evolve, Batman, Sunset Overdrive, that's a bigger risk. So if you are going to do a next-gen only game, why not make it something that people already love, like Mass Effect Trilogy or Gears of War Trilogy? That's another one. I think Gears of War 4 is a lock to be shown at this show.
How far is that in development? I thought it was quite a recent thing that Microsoft bought that.
Yeah,
that name
I believe it is recent, but even if it's just a revving of the stupid Lancer, and a logo, I think that's going to be there. I hope they have some cool new project. There was that rumored Black Tusk game that got... Was it Black Tusk? One of their studios was working on a brand new IP that got canned, and now they're working on Gears of War. So I'm hoping that there is something new. Quantum Break and Sunset Overdrive are brand new, which is nice, but something that hasn't been seen before. Some studio popping up with a really cool presentation. I also wouldn't be surprised if we saw Madden or NBA make an appearance at Microsoft, just because they're visually impressive.
Yeah, where do you think Batman will be shown? Because obviously, I don't think Warner Brothers have a conference, obviously. So
no, yeah, that's
probably Sony, I guess.
Maybe. I mean, on one hand, I'd say that game isn't big enough to be at Sony or Microsoft, but on the other hand, because
it's a massive game.
Well, I know it's massive. I just mean from the standpoint of it doesn't have the marketing push that a Halo or a Call of Duty has. I think Call of Duty Advanced Warfare will be...
I don't know. We should start putting this Batman into a fairly high league now. I think people are looking forward to that game, and if it looks as good as what they're saying, the most prettiest next-gen game...
That's true.
By a margin, they're going to want to show that off in the conference.
So who do you think gets it, Sony or Microsoft?
Sony.
You think so?
Yeah, I think the developers started off thinking Xbox One is the system to go with. Mm-hmm. That's why there's a few little weird exclusives and stuff. But I think we're going to see that obviously PS4 sales are going better. I think generally the console is a bit better. That's just from my experience.
Sure.
I think they're going to start going to a little bit more tools that perhaps.
Do you think Microsoft does a price drop at all? Are they ready for that? Are they ready to say, hey, either a non-Kinect version, $400, or a $450 Kinect, or the third option, which to me is the most intriguing, they bundle a game in.
They've already done the bundle thing, haven't they, with Titanfall? So.
But that was limited, so it's gone now.
It's gone now, okay. I would reckon, I keep hearing this same rumour all over and over again, so I think if they do a Kinect without a Kinect and just take off $50.
I've heard rumors also of a Sunset Overdrive bundle. And to me, to me, I don't think that they're going to take out Kinect, because I think that would be fully admitting failure less than 12 months after the system's out. So if they're going to take out Kinect, I think it would be next year, 2015, because in terms of who they're trying to wrap in, not only from consumers, but also developers and movie companies, TV studios, stuff like that. I think they still need to really drive Kinect. So I can't see them taking it out. I think they are very likely, though, to make a move, whether it's a bundle or a $50 knockoff. I think they're at a point where that would probably be a good idea. And just to finish my thought from earlier, I think Call of Duty definitely makes a gameplay demo at Microsoft.
Definitely Microsoft. Unfortunately, they've still gone with Microsoft with the exclusive DLC and stuff early, so that makes perfect sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, which is interesting. Like, if Rockstar sides with Microsoft here, if Call of Duty sides with Microsoft here,
it's all money, though, isn't it? They're just throwing money.
Oh, it totally is all money. But just if they have that money, that's a great sign for them going forward. That even if the system isn't selling as well, even if the games aren't scoring as high, they are going to be aggressively pushing it. It's not going to be a Wii U situation where all of a sudden, Xbox One is floundering at the bottom of the ocean.
I mean, Xbox One's still doing very well, isn't it? Just I think we're comparing it to the PS4, which is doing
totally
super well.
If Xbox One came out by itself, I think it would be a resounding success.
Well, even with the sales it's got now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Just like if there was no PS4 this year, people would be like, "Wow, Xbox One is selling so many for such an expensive, new piece of hardware."
I mean, for me, still the Xbox One has better games, but I prefer the console PS4. So, I mean, I think I put it in this year. I'm still going to be with the Xbox One with the better games as well. I think
so too. I think if I had to put my money on one console with a more impressive game showing, I think it's going to be Xbox One. Sony, they go second, so they could come through. They could. They have a chance to do that. Now, Nintendo, your favorite console, Scott.
I'm going to be positive because everyone keeps getting angry with me.
Yeah, let's talk about that for a second. I think that I'm one of the biggest Nintendo fans there are. You can attest to this for me. I
can. I just want to say that both of us have all three consoles. We just want to play good games. We don't care what freaking console it is on.
Exactly.
I don't care what console it's on. I'm just going to play a good game. So.
And even though I know the Wii U isn't the greatest console, I love my Wii U, and I'm constantly poking Scott to go play his and buy new games. And I even bought him a Wii U game for Christmas last year in efforts to get him to dust off his dang system. So although I don't think they make the smartest business choices, I love that box and I love the games that have come out for it. And I'm so excited. Like, you will see me bringing you footage of Super Smash Brothers for Wii U as one of the first things I do at E3.
Okay, yeah, definitely.
So we will.
Exciting.
I will prove my Nintendo loyalty right off the bat. But Nintendo at E3, they are not doing a press conference. They're doing a direct to the fans. We don't need to get into that at all. We've already touched on that. But what do they need to do? If you're Reggie, if you're Iwata, what are you going to do to at least maybe not win the E3 because that's going to be super hard, but at least say, hey, we're viable again. We have a system that people should buy.
Yeah, I'm afraid they can't win it, but. From a guy that doesn't know much about Nintendo, I just want to see like a really, really exciting new Mario title. I see some more stuff on Zelda, and perhaps just try and push the online a bit more as well. Apparently, there's been a couple of updates since I last turned my console. Apparently, you got like first fast boot up now and stuff as well, which you can do. So I just want to see more development in that sort of direction, or even. Well, they're going to do. I think they're going to do the next console next year. So I think it's got to just try and push the games and just try and sell me the console again, I guess. It's
interesting to me that you said Mario and Zelda because I feel like Nintendo's in a catch-22 that on one hand people are like, all they make is Mario and Zelda.
Oh, no, I want to say something new, but that's what's going to happen. I'm just being like realistic.
Okay. Because I was going to say, some people are like, oh, all they do is Mario and Zelda. But on the other hand, people want to see the new Mario and the new Zelda and are hopeful that can save the system. So everybody wants too much from all these systems personally, but the one thing I think will define their conference, and they talked about it in an investor call this week, is their version of Skylanders, their version of Disney Infinity, their NFC toys, which are the near frequency communication toys that they put on their little portal, or in the Wii U case, probably straight on the Wii U screen. Now they have talked about this. I believe this might be the first time in concrete details in this call, and they're calling it the Nintendo Figurine Platform, the NFP, and it's going to be for both Wii U and 3DS. Now, they didn't give any details on a specific game, but they did show this little cute diagram that has a Mario figure in the center and then shows him being zoomed into 3 different TVs with Game A, Game B, and Game C. So the idea would be that these figures and this Nintendo figurine platform would be applicable to many of their games, not just like, oh, Skylanders, put the Skylanders on, but that these figures somehow would factor into a bunch of games, which I think is incredibly interesting.
I have nothing to say on this. I don't really know, like, I'm not that keen on these sort of figure things, and I think Nintendo don't really need to go down this route, personally.
But it's so massive. Skylanders and Disney make so much money.
Okay, well, doesn't mean the things that Factory makes money doesn't mean it's good, though. I just don't know what they're doing.
Here's my take on it. So there's two